Hi everyone. In this video, we will learn about linear search and binary search in C++ arrays. But before that, let's understand what is searching. Searching means looking for something, just like looking up a word in a dictionary. In the same way, in programming, we often need to find whether a particular value exists in an array or not, and this process is called searching. The two popular search operations on arrays are linear search and binary search. So first of all, let us understand what is linear search. Linear search is a searching technique where we start from the first element and check each element of the array one by one until we either find the value that we are looking for or reach the end of the array. Let us suppose that we want to search value 10 in the given array ARR. So we will start from index 0, moving up towards the last index. We will compare value 10 with every value in the array. We start with 3. Is 3 equal to 10? No. Is 90 equal to 10? No. So we move to 7. Is 7 equal to 10? No. So we move to 15. Is 15 equal to 10? No. So we move to index 4. Is 10 equal to 10? Yes. So therefore, value 10 is found at index 4 and therefore our search is successful. Let's implement this linear search operation in our C++ program. Right now I'm inside CodeBlocks IDE and here we are going to implement the program for linear search in C++. As you can see, I have already created an array and now we are going to define a few more variables that we require in our program. The first variable that I am going to define is I to keep track of all the index values. Then we require another variable search val, and this variable will store the value that we are looking for in the array. If this value is found, then we will store its location in LOC variable. Our next variable is n, which gives us the number of elements in the array, and in this case we have 7 elements. After this, we define another variable called found, which is a boolean variable, and initially it will be set to false because in the beginning we are assuming that the search element is not found in the array. And now we will begin by displaying all the array elements first. So here I am typing array elements are, and after this we will traverse the array once. I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. In the next line we will simply display ARR I followed by a tab space, and let's build and run. So here we can see the array is displayed on the screen, and now let's move ahead. In the next line we will ask the user enter the item that you want to search in the array, and that value will be stored in variable search val. After this we will loop through the array once. Once again we are using the same for loop as above. I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and inside this array we will check this condition. If the search val is equal to the item at index I in the array, then in that case we will set the found variable to true. We will store the location of this value which will be equal to I, and we will apply a break so that the traversal can be stopped there only. And outside I am displaying the result which says if found is equal to true. That means if the search is successful, we will display this message /n search is successful, and after this item found at index, and then we can display the location /n, else we will display /n search is unsuccessful, item not found. And let's build and run the code. So here once again we can see the array is displayed, and now it is asking me enter the item that you want to search in the array. Let's suppose I want to search 10 only. So search is successful and item found at index 4. Let's rerun the program and this time search a value which is not present in the array. So let's suppose I want to search here 43, which is not in the array, as we can see. So in this case we have got search is unsuccessful and item not found. The worst case time complexity of linear search is big O of n, where n is the number of elements in the array. Because in the worst case we may end up checking all the elements of the array and still not find the search value. So linear search is a really simple searching operation that works everywhere but is slow for larger arrays. If the array is sorted and large in size, then we can use a faster method called binary search. Binary search is another searching technique that repeatedly divides the array in half to search for the element. It uses divide and conquer approach. First, let us understand how binary search algorithm works. We first initialize the first and last index of the given array. Then we loop through the array while the first index is less than or equal to the last index. Inside the loop, we calculate the middle index using the formula first plus last divided by 2 and take the integer part of this division. Then we check these three conditions. If the element at the middle index is less than the search key, then we shift the search to the right side of the middle by moving the first index to mid plus 1. If the element at the middle value is bigger than the search key, then we shift our search to the left side of the middle. That is, we move the last index to mid minus 1. Otherwise, if the element at the middle index is equal to the search key, then our search is successful. However, if the loop ends without finding, then our search remains unsuccessful. Now let us understand this through an example. Consider this array ARR where all the elements are stored in sorted order. Let's suppose that we want to find item 60 in the given array. So first we will calculate the first and the last index of the array. First index is 0, last index is 8, and now we will find the middle index using the formula mid equal to first plus last divided by 2. So we calculate the middle index as 0 plus 8 divided by 2, which gives us 4. So therefore this becomes our middle index and the value here is 50, which is less than the search key, which is 60. And since the array is sorted, this means that 60 must lie on the right hand side of the middle index. Therefore, we will shift our search to the right side of the middle index, and that means we will shift the first index to mid plus 1, which will give us 5. So as you can see, earlier we were searching the entire array, but now we are left with only half of the array, and that too on the right hand side of the middle index. So now this becomes our new first index and the last index remains the same. We again calculate the middle index using the formula first plus last divided by 2. Just put the values here. First is index 5 and last is index 8. So 5 plus 8 divided by 2 will give you 6.5, but we have to take the integer value of this. So the middle index becomes 6 and the value here is 70, which is bigger than 60. That means the search key 60 will lie on the left hand side of the middle element. So now we will shift our search to the left side of the middle and therefore the last index will be shifted to mid minus 1. Our new mid is 6. So 6 minus 1 is 5 and therefore our last index will be shifted here. So now we are left with a single element where we have to search for the search key. Now first and last both are at index 5 in the array. So we once again calculate the middle index using the formula 5 plus 5 divided by 2, and therefore the middle index is also here only at index 5. Now the value here is 60, which is equal to our search key 60, and that means the value is found at index 5 and the search is successful. Alright everyone, Right now I am inside CodeBlocks IDE, and now we are going to implement the program for binary search in C++. So as always, we will begin by defining our array. So this time our array contains 9 elements from 10, 20, 30, so on up to 90, and after this we define the number of elements in the array, which is equal to 9. Then we need a few more variables such as I for keeping track of index, first for first index, mid for middle index, last for last index, LOC to store the location if the element is found in the array, then search val, which will store the value that we are looking for in the array, and finally we will also have a found variable which will again be set to false, because initially we are assuming that the search value is not present in the array. Alright, the next step is to display the array. Alright guys, now let's build and run the code first. So as you can see here, all the array elements have been displayed on the screen. Alright, moving ahead, we will now prompt the user to enter the value that you want to search in the array, and this value will get stored in variable search val. After this, we will set first to index 0 and last to index n minus 1. So n is 9 here in this case, so 9 minus 1 will give us 8. So we will start from 0 and move up to index 8. Okay. Next we will define the loop with the condition while first is less than equal to last index. We will calculate the middle index using the formula first plus last divided by 2. And now we will check the three conditions. If the element at the middle index is equal to the search value, then in that case we will set the location to middle index, and we will set the found flag to true, because that means the element is found at the middle index only. And after this we don't need to check it further, so we will break from the loop. Otherwise, if the search value is less than the element at the middle, then in that case we will shift the last index to mid minus 1, and otherwise, that is else, we will change the first index to mid plus 1. This will be the case where search value will be greater than middle element. Okay guys, now we will come out of the loop, and here we will type if found is equal to true. That means if the element is found in the array, then we will display search is successful and element is found at index, and then we can display the index using variable LOC and end the statement here. Else we will display cout /n search is unsuccessful and then element not found. So this will be the final output. Let's build and run. Alright guys, so here we will look for value 60 first, and search is successful, element is found at index 5. Let's rerun the code, and this time we will check for the value that is not present in the array. So let's suppose I check for value 100, and search is unsuccessful in this case and element is not found, because as we can see, array does not contain value 100. So this is how we implement binary search in C++. So coming to the time complexity in binary search, unlike linear search, binary search does not go through all the elements of the array. It quickly finds the element using divide and conquer approach and reduces the search space by half in every step. So its time complexity is given by big O of log n, where we take the log of the number of elements of the array. Now this time complexity is much faster than big O of n, which is the case of linear search for larger arrays, and therefore we prefer binary search for sorted and larger arrays. Alright guys, now it's your turn to practice. Here is a small practice problem for you. Pause the video, solve the problem given here and comment your answers below for these 3 questions. Let me know how many steps each method took for you. I will surely reply to your comments. So here is a brief summary for you. Use linear search method for small, sorted or unsorted arrays. But since linear search is slower for larger arrays, therefore use binary search for large but sorted arrays. If this helped, then don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more beginner-friendly tutorials like this. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Happy coding!